Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful look with a silver eyeliner. Please keep on watching for the video, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe for more of my videos. Thank you very much. So first off, I'm going to start by applying the foundation. I'm doing this by using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I'm just going to rub this over the face and just dabbing in the areas where I want more coverage. Cynthia already has beautiful skin, so I don't need much coverage, but just on the cheeks I'm just going to press it in a little bit more, and I'm also going to apply a little bit on top of the eyelids just to prime the eyes. Don't forget to blend the foundation while in the neck because you don't want to end up with a harsh line. I am going to put on a more in-depth video about foundation. So for concealer, I'm just dabbing it in with the same sponge that I used for foundation. I'm blending it really close to the lash line because we don't want any redness there, we just want a very clean, flawless base. I'm also pulling the concealer slightly outwards so we have this highlight going on. And because we are going to contour, we have a little bit more contrast, because it will be slightly lighter. But just using a rubbing motion, I'm just going to blend out the edges. I'm also going to use more of the concealer on top of the eyelid. This will create a flawless base for the eyeshadow we're going to put on. So now we're going to set. I'm not going to bake it that much, but I'm just pressing some translucent loose powder from Mercier on top of the concealer just to prevent it from creasing. And also putting it a little bit on top of the eyelid just to get rid of any oils. So I'm now going to put on this blush inside the crease. My personal opinion is that a blush can really use as a good transition color. This is the M.A.C blush. And it's a little bit of a purpley shade, but I think it looks gorgeous with the silver eyeliner we're going to put on later. It will just give a great contrast with the eyeliner. Just using a windscreen motion, just blending back and forth. And if you lower the pressure on the brush, once you get more up, you really get this nice blended effect. So now I'm just using a light color on top of the eyelid. Well, I'll do this now instead of first, so now I can clean up around the crease, and this will create the effect of this will just create the effect of a little bit of a cut crease, but I don't want a very harsh cut crease. And when the color fades a bit, you just go in with your brush where you applied the blush with in the crease and just go over it again, and this will create a very nice edge. So now we are going to put on a brown eyeshadow at the outer V of the edge. So I'm just putting it at the outside corner of the lashes and just putting a little bit through the crease. This will just give us a little bit more dimension and depth in the eye. Just blending it with a circular motion. And just building up the color where needed. Don't start off with too much product, just build up, and this will create a very nice gradation of color. So I'm also going to apply the same color underneath, just to smoke it out. Just make sure you don't use a brown that's too red, because then you will look like you've cried all night, and you don't want that. I decided I wanted to go a little bit darker, so with M.A.C Carbon, which is a very deep black shade, I am going to put a little bit more on the outer V, but I dab the excess off on my hand so we don't get too much product on there right away, and I can just build it up slowly, so we just get a very subtle shade going on right there. So now we're going to put on the liner. I'm just slightly pulling the liner out, not going to make it too wingy, and dragging it all the way into the inner corner as well, just so we get some nice definition. I think this is a beautiful way of not having your classic eyeliner. It still looks glamorous, but it's just with a twist with the silver. So I decided I could go a little bit more with the blush inside the crease. So I'm just blending a little bit more in. And adding a little bit of the black as well. So the next step is mascara. I am going to use some zigzag motions just to keep the lashes really separated, because we don't want any clumpy lashes. We are going to use false lashes afterwards as well. So just with the zigzag motion we really keep it separated. So here's where it went a little wrong. So now we're going to start on the brows. I'm just going to fill them in very lightly, just sketching them on. You can brush them downwards as well, just so you can see your own shape. I'm not going to do that now. I will make a more in-depth video about that as well. I'm thinking of starting a series where I'm just going to do all the basics. So just filling them in, keeping them a little bit arched, but I don't want them too strong, and just setting everything with the Mercier brow gel. Just brushing everything up. This will give a lifted effect. So now we're going to contour. I'm just using a powder contour and I'm blending it in under the cheekbones. Just slightly building it up. I don't want a very strong contour, but just a well blended one. Just taking it under the cheekbone, through the hairline, just to create some more dimension. Now we're going to use some highlighter. I don't want the highlighter to overpower the eyes, so I'm just using a small amount, but just brushing a little bit for this very healthy glow. Then for blush I'm using the same shade as I did in the crease. This will create a nice balance between the two. Very lightly brushing it on the apples of the cheeks. This has the most natural finish, in my opinion. So I'm now going to line the lips with the Kylie Jenner lip liner. I filled in the whole lips as well, which I afterwards didn't see as necessary, since the liquid lipstick really stays on and doesn't move at all, so you don't have this 90 lip liner going on, because it doesn't come off anyway. But as you see here, I just altered the shape a little and then just filled it in. The lip liner itself is very soft. It was the first time that I used the Kylie Jenner lip liner, but I think it went on really smooth. So now I'm just applying the matching liquid lipstick, which dries on really matte. So this is the finished look. I hope you liked this video. Please give a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.